obsolete technology. You got your gaming technology, your music technology, and an even older form is circles that used to have music on them. These circles people would put in their CD player, then it would spin really fast like that. You know what's perhaps the least useful in today's age? One of these things. People used to use these for organization. Personal digital assistant. It takes batteries. On the bright side, it's not going to have one of these that's going to be all expanded like this one is and be this close to catching fire whenever you use it. Oh, I'm an idiot. It requires the little ones, the children. Does this thing even work? Oh, it's booting up. You know what this has? A stylus. Uses the stylus to tap anywhere to continue. The future. It's instructing me to tap the center. See? It's teaching me how to use it. There was actually a time where this was futuristic. It is not the year 2000 like this thing thinks. That's the sound it makes when you do things on it. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. To learn more about using your handheld, tap basic skills. Clock, contrast, keyboard. Such freaking features. Notice the... Wait, oh, it selects text. Just like an iPhone, except terrible. It's actually not doing a bad job. It's pretty accurate. I mean, you can pretty precisely select a word. Sort of. But no, you can't use your finger. It has to be this. Next. Look down to the buttons. Oh, it has physical buttons. Does it have a headphone jack, though? No, it doesn't, because there's no music on this. It's not one of these. It's not fun and useful. This is a business-oriented device, probably, mostly, and it's not fun. The main application buttons. Next, I don't care, whatever. Yeah. Wait, what am I doing now? I just skipped through everything. It tells the time. There's an address book, a calculator. Okay, what is this? 1 times 1. Dang, that's pretty accurate. Notepad. Just right on the screen to make a quick note. Back when these things were new, writing on the screen like this must have felt so futuristic, or just, I don't know, I wasn't alive then, but, or maybe I was. This is 2003, I was alive then, but not this. I think this is older. Delete current note. New. Subscribe. It's not even real time. It kind of like appears. So there's graffiti. Oh, is it this thing? If you draw the letters exactly as shown, you'll achieve 100% accuracy. I have to write all these letters? It's giving me freaking homework. I'm not 12. It has to be exactly as shown, but like, I'm just writing an E, and it's telling me Z. How terrible. I can't. This relic probably has better handwriting recognition. Well, that's of course because this is an iPhone, and this is terrible. Okay, iPhone, it's not your turn today. Enough. How do I go home? Oh, God. I don't know. I don't really want to do this anymore. What about the other one? I have 2 of them. And this one has a fancy case. Look, Palm. See, this used to be a big company people thought would go places, but it's actually a non-existent. This company is actually no longer a thing. It was bought by HP, and they made it not exist anymore. Okay, these have memory cards in them. This one has a 16 megabyte SD card. This one has a beefy big boy 64 megs to-do list. Let's try to be productive like it's the Stone Age. New to-do list. Okay, I actually have to do... Oh, this is terrible. Peb. How did people use these things without taking a chainsaw through them? Okay, this is the actual keyboard on this thing. I typed apples on the actual keyboard. Done. So does the to-do item actually have a note inside of it? Kind of cool, actually. The reminders application on the iPhone doesn't even have that. These buttons are little shortcut buttons. Oh, they're action buttons, just like the new iPhone, because this one goes to Notepad, this one goes to to-do, this one goes to your address book, Palm. I bet you can't call that number anymore. I bet it doesn't exist. But I need technical support because this thing is terrible. Why does it say it's May? I set it to be October. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. It has this button exposed. When you click on it, it just shows you the time and date. It's not May, but it's kind of neat. You know what's also pretty cool? Oh, look, it's the time and the date. At least it has expandable storage, unlike the iPhones. My question is, what happens if you put 16,000 times the storage? You know, 16 megs, 256 gigabytes. Okay, out of there. I formatted... Oh, wait. It's upside down. I formatted this, and I also think the supposed limit is 2 gigabyte SD card, so if I put it in there, it may do nothing. The handheld cannot recognize this card. That's bad. Try again. Unrecognized. Wow, what a surprise. This device from the year 2001 can't read a 256 gig card. Wow, I can't believe it. What about one with half the storage capacity? It's not even responding anymore. Hello? Oh, it was just behind. Look at that. It's doing this all by itself. I think it's just becoming stupidly slow whenever I put that storage in there because it's, see that? Now I think you've had enough. Enough torture for today. 16 megabytes back in there. Oh, you poor old device. There's no upgrading with that big of a... no. This thing does have a backlight. Can you tell? Okay, there it is. You see it? See the green tint? See how terrible that is? Can you tell the very slight difference that makes? Is it as terrible in both of them? Yeah, it is. See the backlight's on? Off. All right, back on. That's the big light. If you really wanted to, you could use your fingernail. You can't use your finger, but you can use your fingernail. You can set a password and auto lock. My password is password. My password hint is password. Okay, so you tap right here for the keyboard. You tap right here for the numbers, and the keyboard is not all that great. Look at this. I clearly hit the P key, and it did that. P, 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 P. Oh, P, P, haha. But like, seriously, A. I'm tapping A. See, this is the unenhanced experience, the actual terrible way that it actually is. This feature turns off your handheld and prevents others from using it without the password. I understand. System lockout. Ooh, system. That means it's fancy because it's a system. Enter the password to access this handheld. Password. Done. Now, I'm no Einstein, but wouldn't it defeat the purpose of having a password if someone can just do this and then take all of the sensitive data that your device contains on this, unless there's some sort of encrypted file feature, which I don't know, maybe. Yeah, and I'm going to get rid of this password because I really don't want to have to go through this terrible process every time I want to, I want to unassign my password. The clock app. Right there, it says what the app is, and you know what? Alarm. So you can turn your alarm on. That only took me 3 tries to get it to click. 4:20. Okay, so one thing about using this as an alarm in 2023 is you couldn't just say, hey Siri, turn the alarm off, and have it turn the alarm off without you having to get out of bed. So I guess if you're crazy, you can you can use this for your alarm. I actually don't want this thing to be beeping at me at 4:20, so alarm off. This is like one of the 3 features of this entire device. You can choose what category your apps are in. Games. Wait, games? You can get games on these, maybe, but I don't have something to connect it to a computer, so unless you can put them on the memory card. So my mom's on Palm website where it's saying that there's a day called Palm Day, which means that in 8 years, 66 days, whatever hours, it's basically the time until it reaches the largest number that it can compute. So that basically means that this thing won't be able to tell the time in 8 years and 66 days. Plugging the SD card into the computer, 16 megabytes is so small. All right, so maybe this game will work, maybe it won't. I really have no idea. Now I can press this, and then I can copy to the handheld from the SD card the game right there and copy. Oh yes, it's there. We can play games. Start new game. Yo, level 1. Oh, this is back and forth. You know, I died, but I was just trying to figure it out, okay? Oh my gosh. So is this game the same as Brick on the iPod? Yeah, it's just a much more terrible version of Brick for the iPod. Yeah, okay, ignore this thing. This is for a future video, so get subscribed. But yeah, at least you can install software on it. I could install more software, but why would I? Because this thing is terrible. I guess when they made these, they never thought that there would be a device that would replace so many of these random devices. This video is not my first time using these devices. Both of these were my dad's, and I used at least one of them when I was a little kid to scribble around and play with. I don't remember them being quite this hard to use when I was 5 years old, but then again, a 5-year-old can play with a potato and find it entertaining. This week's member video, we're going to do a video about my labeler. This is a device from roughly the same era, and I'm going to talk about why I label everything. Thanks for my supporters, and I'll see you guys next week for another video.